Welcome to today's tutorial, which is going to be in the backward roll. I'm going to give you some stages to go through to help improve your confidence and your understanding of the backward roll. We're going to put these in 3 stages today. The first is our rock and roll, our second is going to be our inverted push, and the third one is going to be rolling down a gradient. As you can see from these first few progressions, there is a focus on keeping the legs straight in the reverse crunch. If you keep the legs straight, it's going to tip the balance from one side to the other. Think of old-fashioned weighing scales or a tick-tock, which some gymnasts do in the splits position. Keeping the legs straight in the reverse crunch is going to use the lower abs. And if your legs and lower abs aren't strong enough to lift your hips vertical, then you shouldn't proceed to the next set of exercises. When the gymnast can consistently lift the legs straight and the hips high, we're going to go on to the second stage, which is going to be the inverted push. We're going to set up some equipment now and see if we can push our arms from a bent position towards a straight position. Those 3 exercises should be getting more challenging the higher up you go. From the floor, there's less mass going through the shoulders. Then onto the knees position, there's a bit more mass going through the shoulders. The piked handstand would be the most challenging one in those sets of exercises. Of course, if we did the handstand push-up, that would even be more challenging again. Nonetheless, we're upside down, we're bending the arms and straightening the arms. And if the gymnast cannot straighten the arms and lock out the joints, then it's going to be more challenging to do in the roll position, which we're going to do now. As with all gymnastics, it's important to go through the finished position of the skill first. The gymnast will try and then replicate this finished position and understand where the skill should end. Today's finished position is going to be the front support. The steeper the gradient, the easier the roll is going to be. I'm going to go around the gym now and find different objects that I can make a different gradient with. The more shallow the gradient, the more challenging the skill will become. As you've just seen, I used a variety of equipment to basically make a wedge. I used a soft box top, I used a springboard with the Yachenko mat over the top. I used a variety of equipment that we have around the gym to make a wedge, a gradient, something to roll down. I reduced the gradient size to therefore make it more challenging. The most challenging part of the backward roll is the start position. With the start position, we actually need to lean off balance first in a straight line. then bend the legs, then apply the reverse crunch, then apply the inverted push and end up in front support. The most common issue is that gymnasts will immediately bend the knees and go downwards in a linear direction, and we don't want that. By leaning off axis, we're going to create some more rotation. Watch and see. We're going to apply the fall in two different ways. The first way is standing on the wedge. Standing on the wedge means that when we bend our legs, we're automatically going to go off axis. The next activity, to encourage the lean before the roll, is we're going to put an object just in front of the knees. If we stand still and our knees bend, they're going to hit the object. That's going to encourage us to fall backwards and then bend the legs. Today, I'm using a soft springboard. When you have consolidated the other stages and the gymnast is confident and accurate, you can then apply the backward roll onto a floor mat to begin with. We're going to make sure our number one coaching point is going to be having that lean backwards, so our centre of mass goes outside of our base of support, which will encourage the roll. Our finished position is still going to be the front support. I hope this tutorial has given you some ideas, skills and drills to take away to help improve the backward roll for your gymnasts. Remember to become confident and competent at each stage before going on to the next stage. And over time, I'm sure your backward rolls will improve. Well, thank you very much for watching and see you soon.